Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us live here on India Today Social Media. Getting you all the top stories of the day. We've been getting you all the updates for the last 1 year on how we're doing in the fight against coronavirus. Unfortunately, we seem to be slipping and we're seeing a surge in coronavirus cases in several states. The most basic reason for this is many of us letting our guard down, not taking basic precautions and thinking this is the end of the pandemic. We're paying the price for that. We're seeing cases going up in several states. 5 states particularly, the situation is very worrying. That's Maharashtra, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Punjab. These 5 states and the cases that have been going up in the last 1 week means that they're contributing to over 86% of the coronavirus cases in the country. And all of that is from these 5 states. Why has there been a surge in these states alone? I'll come to that in just a bit. Let me just also tell you what's being done to address this spike right now. One is that you've got the central government stepping in now. Amit Shah, the Home Minister, yesterday held a meeting to discuss exactly what steps need to be taken to address this surge and how to also address the vaccination drive concerns. There was the Health Ministry, several other departments who were present for this particular meeting. And remember that if you're going to be seeing any curbs being imposed in these states as a result of the surge in cases, it will have to have the consent of the centre. The centre will have to give its nod for any relock for that to happen. And we don't know whether that's something that came up in the meeting and whether the government has decided on that. But right now, there's been no order about a relock. Having said that, some states have already decided to take several steps. What's worrying is that in these 5 states, let me repeat that again, it's Maharashtra, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Punjab. We're seeing that there is a spike in cases in rural areas as well. Largely the trend of coronavirus, particularly in India, has been that it's more in urban pockets and lesser in rural areas. But with overcrowding, people not wearing masks, not at all maintaining social distancing, it's now spreading to rural areas, which is a huge concern because that means that you have to kickstart your awareness drive all over again. Focusing on Maharashtra, it's the worst hit state right now. It's been for some time, but it did see a gradual dip in cases after December. In the last 1 week, there have been over 6,000 cases being reported on a daily basis. On Monday, if you look at the numbers, it did come down to about 5,000. That's still, of course, a high number, and it's something that the government is very, very concerned about. You've got Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray making a very clear warning, saying that if the cases don't come down, we will have to go for a lockdown. And he's put the onus on the people of Maharashtra, saying that if you don't follow norms, then we don't have a choice. We will go ahead and impose another lockdown, particularly the city of Mumbai. As far as the steps being taken right now, besides that warning of a lockdown in Mumbai, what you're seeing is a lot more steps to ensure that people follow norms. So you've got marshals at local trains to ensure people wear masks. Any building that has over 5 cases immediately sealed off. And imagine this, about 28 lakh rupees has been gotten from Mumbai in the last few days alone from violators, from people who have not been wearing masks. That's how lax people have become now. They've stopped wearing masks and now you're again seeing a lot more enforcement on the ground. But despite all this, Uddhav Thackeray has said that in the next few days, if cases don't come down, we're going to see another lockdown. In districts like Amravati, Akola, in Yavatmal, there was already a weekend lockdown, night curfew that was imposed. So essentially their curbs are already in place. There's also the step that's been taken now to identify whether these cases, this surge, is because of a new variant of coronavirus. So samples have been taken to the National Institute of Virology in Pune to confirm whether there's been another strain that's entered India, which is more virulent, which is what's leading to this fresh spread of infection. The details of that is awaited. We're still awaiting the research that comes in on that, and then we'll know whether it's because of the new variant or whether it's because, people have been going about in large numbers. I'll also quickly tell you that the Maharashtra government has said that no religious gatherings will be allowed, no government rallies will be allowed. Government meetings are all going virtual because remember that over 60% of Uddhav's cabinet have more or less tested positive for coronavirus in the last few months. So that is also a grave concern. So the government has decided all their meetings will turn virtual. As far as Kerala is concerned, you've got the government monitoring the situation very closely. Some good news, but I'll say this, that we have to take this with a pinch of salt, that we've been seeing over 4,000 cases being reported consistently in Kerala. In the last 24 hours, however, that's come down to 2,212. Let's hope that trend continues and it continues to dip further. But it's come down only in 1 day, so perhaps too early to tell whether Kerala has already managed to tackle and control the spread now of coronavirus. So those are the updates on the pandemic front. Let me also move on to what's happening in Bengal, because we've been seeing a very heated political campaign. The focus right now is on the investigation by the Central Bureau of Investigation, the CBI, into a coal mining scam where Mamta's family has been dragged in, the first family of Bengal as they are deemed. Mamta Banerjee's nephew, Abhishek Banerjee, who plays such a crucial role in the TMC, his wife is under the scanner now. Why? Well, the CBI has in fact already questioned her sister Menaka Gambhir, and now Rujira is also being questioned. Rujira Narula Banerjee is the wife of Abhishek. She is going to be questioned anytime now. She said very clearly she is going to cooperate with the investigation. She's also told the CBI if they could visit her home between 11 to 3, then that's when the questioning will happen. The CBI has agreed to that. But there are several political links that have come up in this case, which is why the TMC is saying that this is a case that is fueled by political vendetta, that the CBI is being controlled by the central government, by the Home Ministry, and that's why they're taking these steps in the run-up to elections. The BJP, of course, has completely dismissed this allegation. They're maintaining that the CBI, an independent body, is looking into these details because they have been probing this case for quite some time now. But as far as Rujira herself is concerned, she said that she is going to cooperate with the investigation. Interestingly, a quick update that's just come in is that Mamta Banerjee has also visited Abhishek Banerjee's house, her nephew's house, which is where the questioning by the CBI is going to happen. The TMC maintains that Rujira is only being questioned as a witness, but the CBI has said that her role also in the case is being looked into, and it's very important. Several TMC links that have emerged in this particular case, which is why the TMC is questioning what exactly is the motive here. They're saying that this case has been brought up by the CBI, has been propped up by the Central Bureau of Investigation to tarnish Mamta's family and to target the family before the elections in Bengal. So that questioning will be happening in some time from now. We will be getting you the latest updates that come in from the CBI's investigation, and also the big political fight that's broken out because of this case. Let me also get you a quick update on the toolkit investigation by the Delhi police. Disha Ravi, the activist who's been in custody since last Sunday, her bail plea hearing has been going on in the Delhi court. So today we're expecting an order from the Delhi court which will decide on whether she's going to remain in custody or whether she will secure bail. Remember that yesterday her custody was extended by 1 day. So today we'll know whether she remains in police custody or whether she will get released. The Delhi police has been putting out a lot of details saying that we want to interrogate her further. She's been evasive. She's been pinning the blame on the other accused. But the Delhi court has also questioned the police on several counts, saying, have you drawn a direct link between the toolkit and the Republic Day violence? What is the kind of evidence you have? So amid all this, it will be interesting to see whether Disha Ravi gets relief or not. The other two accused, remember Nikita Jacob as well as Shantanu Muluk, already have protection from arrest, but they've been cooperating with the agencies. And Disha's lawyer has been arguing that she's not going anywhere. She is going to stay in India. She's not going to go into hiding, and that she will cooperate with the agencies. There's no need for her custody to continue. So that's a story also that we're tracking closely here on India Today. Those are the top headlines of the day. We'll continue getting you all the big developments through this Tuesday. Thank you very much for tuning in.